Welcome everyone. Myself Ritik Bind. I'm from M3 section of the NTTF Murbad Center, and today I'm here to present my short talk topic named as speakers. So in this session, we will be discussing about the following topics. First, we will see the introduction, how speaker works, then its application, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the speakers, and then finally we will conclude. Starting with an introduction, as I know that all people are very well about the speaker because speakers have become very common device in our day-to-day life. Everybody is using speakers in their day-to-day life. But have you ever wondered how speakers are able to transmit sound? In this presentation, we will explore how speakers works and explain the basic of speakers work. So starting with the working, when you open any speaker, you will see one magnet there. This magnet is nothing but a permanent magnet, which is having two poles, as every magnet have, one north pole and south pole. And there are two major components also, top plate and bottom plate. If you notice, the construction of a top plate is a simple, but the construction of a bottom plate is different. It is having one cylindrical bar in between. So it plays a major role in creation of a sound. So when these plates and magnets are assembled, the view will be like this. Next major component is in voice coil. So voice coil is nothing but an electromagnet whose magnetism is affectable if electricity is available, and the whenever the electrical signal is given to the voice coil, it creates its own magnetic field around it. So the magnitude and the direction of the magnetic field will be depending upon the input signal. And also we know that the input signal of a speaker is always analog signal. So the poles can be varying. The poles will be varying, and whenever the magnetic field is created, it forms two poles, south pole and north pole. So this voice coil is inserted inside a magnet. There is a little gap when we arrange the plates. So in that gap, the voice coil is inserted. So when these voice coil and all other components are assembled, the view will be like this. So here, as you can see, there is a first magnet. Then on top of that, there is a voice coil, and with the voice coil, the diaphragm is attached. All are known about the diaphragm. Diaphragm is an elastic material. So this the arrangement will be like this. So whenever the signal is applied to the voice coil, it creates its own magnetic field. So it also creates its own poles. As we know the basic law of magnetism that opposite poles attract each other and same poles repel each other. Same principle will be applied here. Here, when the signal is applied, the poles will be created. According to the poles, if the poles are same, then the magnet will attract the voice coil. So the voice coil will move downward. If the poles are different, so if poles are same, then it will oppose the voice coil. So the voice coil will go in upper direction. So this will be happening very continuously. So due to this, the diaphragm will also vibrate. So you may have questioned that when the diaphragm vibrates, how it sound. Actually, we know that the air is a medium by which the sound passes through one place to another place. So same principle will be here. When the diaphragm vibrates, it hits the air particles available in the air, due to which what will happen, the sound wave will be created in the air, and that will be heard by our eardrums. So one more thing is there. Whenever speaker creates sound, its diaphragm vibrates in forward and backward direction. So the sound waves are created both in forward and backward directions. So due to this, what will happen? Both sound waves can cancel each other, and the resultant sound will be zero. So to avoid that, we are using enclosure to enclose the speaker. As here you can see, this is an enclosure. So by using enclosure, what will be happening, the backward sound we will be trapping inside the enclosure, and only the forward sound will be open to air, which will be audible. But you may have seen many of the holes on the front of the speaker. So why these holes are given? So to use that backward sound, the holes are given. So means the backward sound will be coming from the hole and mixing with the forward sound. So due to which it will enhance the quality of the sound and increase the level of the sound. So these are the advantages. We know that speakers are common use, so their advantages are to convey the message to the group of the people, then excellent audio quality, higher volume levels. Disadvantages are speaker can disturb other persons. Some speakers emit harmful level of electromagnetic radiation also. So applications are Applications are, it can be used in home, office, computer system, home theater, anywhere we can use. Everybody knows. And last conclusion. So speakers are the device which convert the electronic signal into a sound wave, and the frequency and intensity of the sound waves are determined by the frequency and amplitude of the electrical signal. So thank you.